Good evening, folks. It's 2104 on the 18th day, 5th month, 2023. And you're looking at here, and what you're looking at is the wind field for the geostorm that's headed your way to New Zealand from Australia. And as we move on through the day today, the wind is really going to become quite evident on the tip of the North Island and coming through the Cooks area here. And there's some big blunts there of airs setting you guys up for a couple repeated tendrils to come straight over down over the top and deposit some rains down on the top of you guys over there, as you'll be expecting it. And gee, isn't this just a monstrosity of a storm here? Look at all the chem bombs that are fueling the center. One, two, three, four there. One, two, three. This is such an obviousness now to many of you who have been following this work for a while to see where the emanation points and the squares and the little dots that then catalyze into cloud condensates or water droplets. And there's a lot of microwaves steering this storm, and one of them is absolutely redefined the center of it. As I go through this here, you'll see the mimic TBW I got up here and the timestamp here. The big fryer came down from the north and absolutely blasted this storm. But they see the wedge-like shape like on that side. That's going to have a tendency to change the moisture shape and then give a guiding line for it to ride. And another guiding line has come up to meet it. See that point right down here? And so you got a couple emanation points for intersecting beams that are going to have quite an effect on this storm itself. As it watch it change shape and redefine. Boom. Right there is a key moment in this storm here at 1800 my time on the 18th, which would have been about 7 o'clock this morning. And right now it's 9 o'clock at night. And so you can see quite a few hours it takes for some of these geo moves of theirs to take effect to visibly move a storm, and then it recollects itself and it makes that hammer that's going to go whammo as it folds over onto itself. Pretty much going to smack right there. So as you can see, all the bombs, straight line there, straight line there. And the center of your country is also a crime scene from top to bottom. See that down the low deck? That's a very low deployment. And this over your volcano fields here. Not good, not good at all. It's just, what a stain, huh? It's just a great big stain of chem. Want to see a big stain of chem? Here, go over here to Darwin. Oh my, look at this cascade of crap. Full skylashes coming over dirty Sanchez and up the noses of everybody. Halls Creek, Argyle over here, Fitzroy Crescent. Look at the crime. Turn your cameras north. Get me some pictures of those. I'm very curious. And let me know how you feel. If any water droplets come down, let's get some litmus paper on them and see what the pH content is of our rains. Is it alkali or is it acidic? That's just all I'm asking. Not asking for analyzations of hypotheses or just what's the number. And then the correlations can get made between these deployments and what's the pH levels. Look at this chaser fizzing off. What's the ass end of it? Right here. See the bombs trailing away. You have 5 more right there to sustain the rotation in the direction of this storm. But that's not a round object, and it is far from it. It's got too many straight lines, and it's going to yield some maximum fuckery for you guys as this wind field comes in through Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, really just hammering the island. But you know, people who love to surf will be loving that. That's not a good moment here, as all that wind is trapping in the straits there. You poor folks, your accumulations ain't looking too good on the tens. For that next event that's coming over is really going to do a hammering. Watch the changes in the totals here. Absolutely horrendous. So it's like a never-ending story. And I go here on the threes. You got that. You hit that on the tens. Oh my God, just had another 10. This is just unacceptable that the geoengineers could tell you straight off you're going to be having problems over here with massive totals, and they're not telling you. And that falls into the what a fucking shame category. What a fucking shame. So, yeah, you look like you got some action coming down here to the corner. Some of that'll be snows up in the high mountains, and some of them will not. Yeah, isn't that nice to know? So on the threes, you're getting your precip. This is a get ready day. Enjoy yourself. Hey, while you get ready, it's a heavy total of rain. It's not a good amount. Would you say that's a good amount? I'd say not. And if that's not snow, 13 centimeters. What do we got over here? Where there's no snow? Is it melting something? Is it coming down? Are you guys fucked? I say so. There's a big swath of big tendrils coming to shore and being worked up against your mountains. Looks like it'll probably be coming from west to east, judging by the drop. And that's going to make a cold tongue of air come up all the way through the trough up here, begin adding instability to the atmosphere when the cold and the warm mix from the tropical moisture. Do you cringe when I say moist? Well, suck it up, buttercups. If you're worried about a word more than the sky that looks like a turd, and we'll be looking at half a meters of rain here impacting some of these poor folks. Tell me that's a nothing. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's not cool. You know, there's mountains, there's runoff, there's people that live here, and they're going to have problems. Over here, this village of Hi, I'm fucked in Kickory over here, and Okromapu, and Wow Wow, and all that. You guys are not looking at like you're going to have a very good time. Coming on the tens, coming on the fives, coming on the threes. They're coming for your breeze, and they're toxifying it. Look at this crap in the sky over this area here. Look at Papua. Look at this crap. This is a crime scene. This is where the gas chamber comes to you. It's like a cascade of fireworks that you see coming off the Sydney Bridge on New Year's Eve. Falling down all at once. Chemical catalyst being deployed in the skies. Over Papua New Guinea. The PNG. I'm down with PNG toxifying. They're down with PNG toxifying. Don't tell me the colors on. They don't care who wins the Civil War as long as they can negotiate land rights with the winner. They want the gold, they want the gems, and they want the people of their docile, complacent, and agreeing with corporate goals. Well, that's just like everywhere. See the face? Ooh, not good for them. It's not good. Oh my. So right, let's get on down to the nitty and the itty and the bitties and the gritties of it all. Here's your foreskin. I mean your forecast for the next 36 hours or so from New Zealand. I'm going to let it roll on it, and a pretty tight 1 hour loop. As they've turned the moisture in the tropics, they've actually turned. The tendril has come down, and it has. It's turned all at once. As this is moving along, edging along, coming to the island, totally impacting the little Kiwi beak here in the Nelson area here. They're going to be getting the wetnesses that they said they weren't going to get. Some American didn't buy the bullshit of the mainstream media. Do you buy the bullshit of the mainstream media? I can see your acne line along that says you did for wearing a mask. Yeah, that's right. That sold a lot of pimple cream now, doesn't it? You thought you was rid of that, huh? Yeah, that was my keyboard hitting the deck. Oh my. And then the lightning starts. And this is going to be electrical. That back end of this stuff with all this crap in it that you see out here, all this microwave shit and all this crap on the ass end, it's going to be very electric. You got a lot of dynamic flows of opposing things, and an outflow boundary's already occurred where things are going to go in opposite direction right here to the ass end. You see that split? This is going that way. High levels going that direction. And where it's mixing here, boy, are they stripping some ions. Boy, are those microwaves holding all the metals in the air, and then bzzzt. You ever put aluminum in a microwave? Yeah. Well, they're spraying nano metals, and bzzzt. A lot of ions getting stripped up there. Bunch of strippers. Dan, ba boom boom boom. The plum plum plums. Ba boom ba boom ba boom boom boom. Ba boom ba boom. For you, you're fucked. The lightning show, yeah, but boom, boom, boom. It's going to be an earthquake risk when you get a lot of that cloud to cloud lightning. And that'll be what most of that'll be. Of course, so if you got a great big rat in your yard pointing at the sky saying, look what I can do with my copper wires, well, you might light yourself up like a candle that day. Would you mind filming it? Hey, so we could show people what not to do. And as we head into one of their favorite numbers of the 23rd, it seems to have a photograph. Seems. Because it's never quite over when the geoengineers got New Zealand in its sights and they bombed you day and night. And they didn't ask your permission. Geoengineering is not legal. It is being litigated, but the agreement is not signed, so they call it experiments. Human experiments, Earth experiments, mother experiment. Would you experiment on your mother? Look what they're doing. Look what they've done to our mother. Look what these mothers did to our mother. Look at this flow split up here. Watch this. And they're spitting off a cyclone. It's going to head north up here. Watch. Spreading the flow. All this dives down. A cut occurs and whoop, all the moisture dives right into this spot. And that spins the cyclone out here. It's going to wrap around and come up that way. All the moisture from here comes that way. Where it's going to go, only geoengineers knows. The secret meetings and the handshakes and in those dang private halls seem to decide the fate of far too many. As the geostorms continue and continue and continue, and the wetness and the wetness and the moisture and the moisture and the never dry and the molds and the lung toxification continues. And as I get along here to the last day available on Wendy's Maps, I'm going to do a read of the pressure. Right, that should blink into that one, allowing this to move along. That should actually trap and come inland behind that. I don't see that diving south. That bubble will get eaten. Boop! And that'll be the new bubble up as it moves right across. And then you look at what, about 7 days from that smacks New Zealand again. Maybe about 6 days if they bring it inland. 4 days if they don't. Yeah, that's pretty like clockwork. I've seen it that many times. India. Boy, did you get some blastings going on. I want to show you guys something. Look at your weather radar here. You guys are frying your own demises. You are. Down here. These islands. Bzzz, getting fried, Indian style. Okay, man, I know you can do it. It's still loading. Loading. Like those old dial-up loadings going on. Your fryer up here, fryer up there where my hand is, and a fryer down there. It's frying time, frying time. Pin in that storm. Look at this over where the flooding's going on. Make sure those flows go exactly how you want them. Bzzz. Look at the accumulations you got coming here. Go with oh my. Let's say accumulations. Okay, now. Yeah, that's going to pin that north of them. What are you doing on the 10s? Holy mother of pearl. Flooding the valley out again. Not good for them. Matter of fact, you're going to get some relief over there for your orange grove, my friend. Looks like you got some wetnesses coming here. That is a big relief for you guys. From the nothings to the here it comes. So we'll be watching this closely to see what they're doing. Mostly looks like cold packets coming from out of Siberia and all that over the mountains and through. And even some winds from over the steppes. The Mongol steppes. This is a big growing region. This is going to be devastating for the food supply. And the people down there. And it doesn't help when they're beaming it up. Which is obvious because you can see it right here. Controlling all that flow. Everything has to come through here, and there's a bit of a holdup that's going to bunch that, crunch the clouds up, so that they have more condensates big enough to fall. As we zoom down here and look at your guys' radar, hey, my screen don't know where the hell I'm going. If we could get a radar, because New Zealand doesn't like to show the world its clouds. Well, I can see why, because look what they're doing with them. They're screwing the people with him. Captain is cooking you with his microwaves again. Didn't even ask your permission then, and he didn't ask it now. Have it. The Empire. strikes back at the people. None of our rebellions are ever insignificant. Look at this big line here going across from Wellington with the curve in there. It's not good for you. Boy, it's going to be rumbling through over there to Richmond Ranges, that's for sure. There'll be some very heavy downfalls around Blenheim through the wine fields over there, Seddon. Hey, watch yourselves out there in the roads. It's a very dangerous situation. It's going to be windy, too. It's going to be the winds. Can't bear me suck. 8 mile an hour, you can handle that. You can fly a kite in that. And the kite would fly you in that. Hey, so watch yourself. Don't be the old Mary Poppins y'all on this one. Not good, not good at all. The creep of death approaches Hobart. Here's some kind of an emanating thing over here bombing up Australia, just indiscriminate bombings. Maybe somebody paid one of the weather service companies, like Acquiesce, to buy a sunny day for them somewhere else while they cloud it somewhere else. Look at that crap. Look at the bombs. Boom! Go the plumes over Australia, toxifying my forest, my Alps, the Blue Mountains, and I'm crying the blues for what's being done to it. As I zip on up the coast for all the Canberra just cruises over here. Yeah, I just have it. Bombing off the deck over here, very low. See that straight line? Microwave. Big pulse. She must have shot up the coast. Just a bit tickle over there off the coast of Newcastle. Bzzzt. Yeah, they definitely worked one up here. That's going to be a cyclone. It's going to look real dangerous, and I imagine the Philippines there are going to get a schmackaroo from that, because all the flows say that's where it's going. Hey, Vanuatu, how you doing? Enjoying that chemtrail show you got there going your way? Blasting some of your own, sending it Fiji's way. Look at this crab farting over Suva Bay. What a fucking shame. Chem bombs suck. They really, really suck. And I love water. I want water to be our friend. And look how we're treating it. If we treat our friends like this, how are we treating our family? If you treat your friends bad, you'll treat your family bad. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, ploo, boom, boom. Smoke on New Zealand, not the big white cloud, the chembomb, boom, boom, boom. Yep, they're the land of the long white chemtrails, one after the other, until you're smothered. And that's your weather, that's what you can expect. Big love, peace.